Shalom Aleichem Rabbi Isai. Still holding a little bit Bein Hazmanim over here, but I want to share with you a thought. I know we're holding Parashat Tazria Metzora, but we didn't really have much of a week last week. I want to share with you an important thought, a chiddush, I think, in Parashat Shmini, in the famous story of Ahron. We all know the story. Ahron HaKohen's two children died in front of his eyes. And his response? He was quiet. Ahron was quiet. But I think that there was more to it. He wasn't just quiet. And I think, if we learn that he was just quiet, there's gonna be a wrong response and a reaction that we would learn from this parsha when we're faced with such tragedies. He wasn't simply quiet. Vayidoim is a funny word. It's an interesting word. I'm not sure what the shoyrish is, called the momadaka. It definitely has what to do with being quiet, but I think there's more to it. There is more to it. The Unklis and all other Mefarshim translate as shtika. What does the word shosak mean? What does the word shosak mean? It's a very interesting three-letter word. What does shosak mean? And I was thinking to myself, in Hebrew, modern Hebrew, you say someone who's paralyzed, lo elenu, is called a meshutak. Somebody who's meshutak is paralyzed. Now, a person who's paralyzed, I wouldn't say that he's paralyzed because he's quiet, he doesn't speak. A paralyzed person, lo elenu, is a person who can't move. Vayidam is not just being quiet. Vayidam means stand still. He stood absolutely still. He did no action whatsoever. If you look at the Mefarshim, I think it's a little bit, you can hear such a pshat in the Mefarshim, because they say that he could have done, or he should have done, like it says in Halacha, you cry on the death of a Karev. There's a Maisa Avelus to do, and he did not do that. He stood still. He didn't do an action. Vayidam Ahron means he did no action. I asked my father served in the Israeli army. I said to him, what was it like when a general or a high officer walked into the room? So he said, they announced, Amod dom, stand dom, doim, like the word vayidoim. And that means stand still. My father explained to me you had to have your feet standing up straight together and your hands down by your side together. And you just didn't even blink an eye. You had to stand absolutely still until he said at ease. I have a nephew. He's in the army right now, and the American army. I asked him what was it like. What's it like when an officer walks into the room? He says the same thing, but with a little bit of a more of a knetch, which we can use to explain this concept of Vayidam Ahron even better. When an officer walks into a room in the American army, they yell out attention. 10 chun, or 10 hut, whatever they say, which is short for attention. But the point is, stand still. Give us your undivided attention. When tragedies, lo elenu, happen, Rabbi said, we have to understand, the Rabbeinu Shalom is behind everything. And he's trying to get our attention. And he wants our undivided attention. Don't run to do things. Don't try to fix any problems. What Ahron HaKohen is teaching us is give full attention to what is being said. Be present. As much as it hurts. A tragedy hurts, lo elenu. We don't want to ever hear or be part of a tragedy. But we must give our full and undivided attention when the Rabbeinu Shalom speaks. And when we give attention, we will understand the message that the Rabbeinu Shalom is trying to send to us. And then we can work and be productive, because we're listening to what Hashem wants from us. And then we can change in the area that He is demanding of us. This is the lesson of Vayidam Ahron. We must stand up and suffer the blow and listen to the message. And then we can grow and we can put an end to all of these tzoros and learn the lesson finally. And stop trying to fix the problem and just try to listen to the message. This is what Ahron HaKohen is trying to teach us. This is what we are. This is what our response should be. I think that this is a very, very important lesson, and I think we can all gain from it tremendously. Thanks for listening. We'll see you by the next year.